To about I think 7:20, 7:25. Coach Brooks said she'll be here for the for Lady Raiders. They're in church. They're coming after church.
Sounds good.
Okay.
All right, we are live now on Facebook Live here on Talk 104.93 WKCT. You just listened to a great show with some great guests, and now it's time for the after party with a couple more great guests. I'm still Cole Scott from News 40. That's still Brian Davis with the Franklin favorite. And now joining us to talk some hot rods, Cal with the hot rods. Cal, introduce yourself.
Got you. Thank you guys, firstly, for having me on. My name is Cal Friedman. I'm the new broadcast and media relations assistant with the Hot Rods. I do the middle innings play-by-play and pregame and postgame show on the radio.
Okay.
What a voice. Man, what a voice.
Definitely a voice.
Man.
All right.
Definitely a voice for that. That's awesome.
Goodness.
You know what? I used to never know what to say when I got that because it's not like I do a whole ton on my voice, but I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Okay. Well, hey, just to get started, it's your first year with Hot Rods, right?
Yes.
So how's it been going so far for you?
It's been awesome. I love being around everyone in the front office. Team's been very good so far. It's been easy to work with, and team's gotten off to a really good start, so no complaints.
So, what do you like about the team so far?
I think there's a little bit of everything on this team. I think you've got good defense, you've got good starting pitching, you've got solid relief, and you've got some top prospects. I mean, this is a team with multiple of the Rays' top 30 prospects, and they're all living up to the billing right now. So there really is a lot to like about the squad right now.
Now, let's talk about today specifically.
Yeah.
Education Day.
Yeah.
Not even talking about the ball game. Sellout crowd.
Yeah.
Really, really loud. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm sure you could hear it up in the booth, right?
Oh, absolutely. I had to make sure that I had my coffee in me, but you know what? I didn't think I needed it with the energy the kids brought today. Yeah, it was super fun.
It was awesome. Mm-hmm. And it feels like that kind of rolled over into the bats today as well, too.
Yeah, this team has real potential at the plate, and we saw it come through today. 4 home runs for us. Tom Poole hit a couple, and it's one of those things. Hitting is contagious in baseball, and the second they got that leadoff home run in the third, everything just started clicking.
Let's talk about the last week first.
Okay.
Their first road trip of the season. Mm-hmm. How do you think the players adapted to that, being 6, away from Bowling Green, because they started 9 games in a row at home?
Yeah.
So how do you think they adapted from being away from home, and then how do you think they played on their first really true road series of the season?
Oh, it's a tough series. Greenville's got some really good pitching, and they started the series phenomenally. They were slugging over 500 in those first 3 games, and they really could have won the first 4 games of that series, but they won the first 3. Last couple of games, the hitting drew a little quiet. Lost the last 3, but I think what's more impressive is how they've responded to those 3 losses. They came right back here, shrugged it off. That's baseball. You're going to have ups and downs, and fortunately about this team, there haven't been many downs so far, so team turns around, wins 2 on the spin here at home. So I think they played well. I think it's always tough going to a different stadium, sleeping in a different bed, but they handled it well.
You brought it up. A lot of really top 30 prospects, a lot of really good players. Even on a day like today, you got a guy like Theo Gillen, you got a guy like Emelian Petre that's not even in the lineup. Still the 4 homers, 7 runs, and really just dominant baseball. I think 9 hits, something like that.
Yeah, it was complete today. We saw some extra base hits. We've been getting a few other players more involved. I think another guy to watch is J.D. Gonzalez. He's sort of doing the catching rotation with Nathan Flewelling. He tapped into a home run today and smoked it out to the farmer's market, if you know where that is.
Yeah.
Right next to the ballpark. Yeah, that thing
crushed it.
Yeah, it was going off the bat.
Yes.
It was fun to watch. And I think a key from today is getting JD and Tom Poole to play their best baseball. And I think that's one thing that I always like when I've been covering baseball is you don't have to lean on one guy to win you games. I think baseball's a game where you're playing 6 times a week. Sometimes it's today where you're playing less than 12 hours after you finished off a Tuesday opener. Someone's got to win you a game every night, and I think an impressive part about this Hot Rods team is it hasn't been one guy every single game. It's been a bunch of players that have contributed to these 11 wins I think we got now.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, 11 and 6.
So how do you think the pitching's done so far?
Pitching's been solid. Bullpen's really impressed me.
Okay.
They've got some very good fastball throwers. Attack the zone. They struck out 19 a few weeks ago in a game, and they even had a game last week in Greenville where they didn't have all that many strikeouts and still found a way to dominate that game. They had a game where they threw a 1-hitter the other week in Greenville, and I think they had 5 or 6 strikeouts in that game.
Wow.
So they can do it in a whole bunch of ways. Back end's been great. They lead the league in saves right now, which is a metric that, look, you want to have saves. You don't want to have blown saves. You don't want to look like, a team that isn't able to hold leads late. So they've been able to do that, but they've also played a lot of close games and won a lot of close games. So that's going to help them in the long run.
Now, I'm looking at this right now because I did not know this until earlier, but Tom Poole, former Conference USA player, he actually played against Western a couple of times, has 3 hits in 4 games against him. Man, his bat's coming alive. I feel like, didn't he have a couple of homers last week, and that's kind of rolling into this week?
Yeah, he started to really come along in that second and third week. He had a 4 RBI game, last week, and today the 2 home runs were awesome because he's a very talented hitter because of how open he is at the plate. And today we saw him pull one way over the scoreboard out in right center field, and then the next time he came up, he didn't pull it, he pushed it out to left center field. So he's someone that uses the whole field really well, and he also takes some really patient at-bats, which is something that I think stands out about this team early is, this is a squad of 20, 21 to, 23, 24-year-olds. They play above their years. They're very mature at the plate. They work deep in counts, and they find ways to win these games.
Gary Gilhill was on the mound today. So your thoughts about Gary Gilhill today? Really
impressed by Gary today. Think there were a few errors that could have derailed him, but this is someone that throws a lot of different pitches and most importantly knows when to use it. Like, this is someone that throws 3 different fastballs. He throws a changeup, he throws a sweeper. He doesn't just throw 97 with rise. He knows when to throw it, and I thought he had his plan executed today. So this is someone that was expected to be an ace for Bowling Green this season, and I think he's lived up to it right now. I think the numbers don't show it yet, but the stuff is there.
Yep.
Now, I talked about this specific guy that I'm about to bring up with Rafi postgame, and he's been lights out this year. Moving into that closer role, Komatz. 3 batters faced, 3 strikeouts. It feels like that's the motto for him this year.
You know what? It's funny, because this is someone that's never been a closer before. I go back to his college time at Oregon State and his numbers last year in Charleston, single A. I mean, this has been a starter. And opening night, he comes out of the bullpen in a 2-run game, and it's expected to go get those last 3 outs. And I asked him, I was like, when did you know that? He's like, oh, that day. And guess what? He goes out there, throws a 1-2-3 ninth, and it's kind of just rolled since.
His fastball. His fastball is electric. His breaking stuff has a lot of move to it, it feels like. I mean, he's just kind of built for that ordinary, modern-day closing role, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, he's somebody that grew up in New Mexico, grew up around a lot of good talent there, and has been tested at the highest level. And I think it's only a matter of time before we start talking about Jacob Komatz as a household name in this league because his control has been absolutely incredible so far.
I'm going to say a name. Hopefully you know what I'm talking about, guys, but I think you do, though. Is that like John Smoltz, you would think, pretty much? That was a starting pitcher, but then he got converted to a closer and was just dominant as a closer.
You know what? There's so many guys now in college that are Friday night starters that transition to being relievers in the pros and are able to do it seamlessly. But yeah, Smoltz is a good call.
Smolt's a really good call. Wow, good call back there.
Okay, great.
I didn't know
if you would remember that name. I mean, I had to check, make sure.
Okay.
I had to check and make sure.
This team, Theo Gillen.
Yeah.
In center field. Obviously, 2 back-to-back 2-run homer games. The last homestand hits a homer in yesterday's series opener. He's really coming into his own.
Oh, absolutely. And this is somebody that I think when he starts hitting against left-handed pitching is going to quickly skyrocket up this organization because he's got all the tools, grade A defender, very fast on the base path. So that was sort of what made him such a star in Charleston last year. But his power just sort of blossomed like that. And all of a sudden, just home run after home run. And it was important for him to get that home run yesterday off Graves because Graves is a top 30 prospect in the Phillies organization, but he's a lefty. Gillen's a lefty too. He's very good against opposite pitching, but he was 2 for 14 against lefties right before that. So it was good to see him get a couple of big swings there. And if he really starts hitting against both hands, this is someone that the sky is the limit with him.
Now, I mean, the question keeps coming all the time about him. Of course, it depends on what goes on, in the other organizations, so forth like that. But do you think Gillen could be a guy that could be fast-tracked? I mean, he might be in Double-A, say, like in July or August, pretty much, and then, moving on up. Along the way like that?
That's a great question. I'm still getting used to things in the Rays organization, but I know there have been some hot rods in the last couple of years that have been, fast-tracked. Chandler Simpson was sort of like that. He barely played much time here in 23 and 24. and now he's dominating for the Rays right now at the major league level. Caminero is the same story. So I'm still getting used to that. I know there's some guys in Durham that are very good in the outfield. They got one of them in a trade with San Diego a few years ago. And who else am I thinking of? Jacob Melton. They also got in the Lau trade, who's probably going to be their next center fielder. But Theo's probably next in line after Melton.
And you know, we're talking about his play like he's not the number one prospect in the organization.
Oh, yeah, he is.
That's what you expect to see from a guy like that.
Yeah, but, it's easier said than done to step up to another level, play in a different city, play against some top quality talent this year. Like, you look at these opening couple series, they've already played Witherspoon, who's a top Red Sox prospect. They played against Caminiti, who's the Braves' top prospect. They just faced the top 30 prospect the other night. Like, they are playing great talent every single night. And they got that in Charleston, and now they're getting it in beyonds here more consistently in this league.
Can Gillen play left or right as well, too?
He's played right a few times.
Okay.
I think center's his primary spot, but yeah, he definitely can get out there. The speed's there, the arm's there.
All right, we're talking about top 30 prospects. You just brought up the pitcher for the Phillies, or in the Phillies organization. Who else is to watch out for in this Jersey Shore team the rest of the series?
Ooh, you know what? I've really liked what Spikerman's done at the plate. He's hit the ball hard. He's at the top of the lineup. He got off to a really good start this season, but I think this team's phenomenal pitching-wise. I mean, when we went into this series, they had the best ERA in minor league baseball, period. Not just high A, not just this league, like anybody. They'd been rolling through teams, and the starters haven't been as great as maybe they would have hoped for, but they've got some good guys coming up on the hill. The guy pitching tomorrow's got a 2.45 ERA. Dombrowski's going Friday night. He's been very good. So as far as starting goes, this is probably the best team in our league in the early part of the season.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
So we're expecting, the rest of the series. And today was a competitive game. It was 7-4, but still, I mean, it was competitive, though. So we're expecting competitive games for the rest of the week then.
Yeah, I mean, that's the beauty in baseball is I can pull up my computer and do as much prep as I want. And as far as when the game goes, usually it's 6:35. First pitch is going. From there on in, I can only hope to predict what's going on. But it's been very fun to watch so far. And, yeah, these two teams have played pretty well. I think Jersey Shore showed signs today at the plate, but they're a squad that's got a lot of talent, so I think it'll be a close series.
Take me through, you've only been with the organization for a few months now.
Sure.
Take me through what you know about Rafi. How much do you like him as the manager?
Man, Rafi's great. I think he's very personable with any media that's come in so far, and I think he understands what it takes to be at this level, and I think he knows he's worked with guys that have been on the upswing and trying to make their way up. He's worked with guys that are, switching locations, that got traded away from teams. And I think he relates to everyone on the roster really well.
It's funny, we've talked about, you just brought up Theo Gillen moving up. When's he going to move up? When I sat down with Rafi, I asked him, hey, what's the pipeline or the timeline like for managers? Like when you move up, I know we had Craig Albernaz here a handful of years ago. Now he's the skipper for the Orioles.
Yeah.
And he's a guy that I could just absolutely, whenever his time is called, he's going to be in the majors because he's produced a lot of winning.
He has. I mean, it's easier said than done to pull off, 3 straight winning seasons in your first 3 years. You're a championship manager in your first season here, and he's produced great talent that has clearly, like we said, there have been some guys that have fast-tracked up. That's large parts of what Rafi and his staff have done. So as far as, I'm still getting used to minor league baseball. I'm still figuring out how exactly some managers move around. I mean, we had a manager opening weekend that was in single A, then went to double A for a season, was great in double A, and now back in single A. So I'm still trying to figure that part of it out. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, that's odd.
Yeah, going backwards. I wonder.
Well,
I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that. Yeah, lateral.
It's same organization.
Lateral.
The organization still trusts him. I think it comes down to certain other aspects of the organization that I'm still trying to figure out.
Okay.
Or maybe could that manager is better developing talent?
It could be.
And that's the reason why he got, had to go a lateral movement back a little bit?
Yeah. I'm still getting to know what Guillermo Quiroz, who's the guy I'm talking about. He's Winston-Salem's manager. He was with Birmingham last year. But he spent time at both levels. I think it comes down to more of who fits the team that you've got because look, the White Sox or the Rays or whichever organization we want to talk about decide the roster. Some rosters are going to be built different ways. Other squads might have more power. Other squads might have better pitching. And there's certain managers within that organization that might do better with that talent. But I'm still learning that stuff.
So you say you come from working with the Winston-Salem?
No. Me? Or
Yeah, what's your prior experience?
Oh,
Yes.
So I was in partner league, independent league baseball the last couple of years in Kansas City. So
Okay.
I was there back and forth between Chicago and Kansas City for the last year and a half or so. I graduated college in 23 and was working at a small-time radio station in Kansas right before that. So pretty much on air for baseball for the last 3 seasons.
So what caught your eye with the Hot Rods, with this organization specifically?
I had a very strong connection with Riley when we first met. When I first got out of Kansas City, I wasn't sure whether I was going to do a second season or if I was going to find my way into minor league baseball. So I actually wound up talking to Sean, who was one of the voices here.
Oh, yeah.
And, I always ended those phone calls by saying, hey, just based off what you know about me, is there anyone you think I could talk to? And he's like, oh, yeah, talk to Riley. He was my intern. He's now working in Bowling Green. And we just hit it off immediately. I think we were supposed to talk for 20 minutes and talked for like an hour and just kind of stayed in touch. He gave you some great pointers. And when the position reopened again this year, I applied, and lo and behold, I'm here.
So we talk about how these players are training.
Yeah.
How do you train? I mean, obviously your voice is like, I can close my eyes and I know where you're talking from.
Gold. Yeah.
I've been watching so many movies recently. I felt like I could do like a movie trailer at some point.
You could.
Here in a small town, Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Yes.
One baseball team. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All of it comes from prep. This is, years on years of work. But when I was a freshman in college, one of my seniors told me, hey, you can have a bad broadcast with good prep. You cannot have a good broadcast with bad prep. So I always strive to be as prepared as I can be. So honestly, a lot of it comes from before I get on air. And then a lot of it comes from me and Riley just being able to be loose and have fun on the air sometimes. I mean, we were talking about, what were we talking about today? We were talking about education day field trips that we did in school. And part of that's Riley. He does a great job at making me feel comfortable and really opening up the broadcast whenever things get going.
So, Cal, what's your long-term goals in this business?
I mean, long-term goals is find a place where I can be happy in a good market and be able to raise a family. I would love to be a voice in Major League Baseball, don't get me wrong, but this career could take me a whole ton of different ways. Mm-hmm. I know plenty of people who dreamed of being a broadcaster or dreamed of being a radio host in college and found a different path to it and either got into media relations or something along the lines of marketing. I really want to work in sports. I've been a huge sports fan my whole life, and I really like being able to come into the office every single day and be able to have a smile on my face when the game starts. So I would love to work in Major League Baseball, but honestly, wherever this career takes me.
So, are you a Reds guy? Are you?
I'm a Marlins guy. So my teams are a little all over the place.
Wow.
I follow my dad's teams. My dad grew up in Tampa, so I grew up a Buccaneers fan. He was in Chicago during the Jordan years, so you can tell where that goes. And then growing up in South Florida, Marlins and Panthers are my other two teams.
Okay. So, looking at this team right now.
Yeah.
What is?
We're on Facebook.
What would you like to see this team kind of grow up as?
Ooh. I think it just comes naturally. I think this is a team that's got very good starting pitching, and I think that we saw it from Gary today. Mm-hmm. I think as we go on in this season, we're going to see longer starts. I think we've seen guys get to the 5-inning mark. We finally got someone to get through 6 innings. I think as this season goes on, I think we're going to get longer starts. So far, the bullpen's done a phenomenal job for us, and I don't doubt they're going to be great throughout the season, but I think that getting longer starts will be great, and I think that's going to happen because these guys have been getting stretched out. This is how the early part of the season works. Guys are going, 4 or 5 innings is their max, getting up to the 80 pitch point. But as the year goes on, we get to the summer months, we're going to see guys go 90 pitches, 6 to 7 innings, solid stuff.
We have no
So,
that's I think slimming down the game.
Sorry, we have a little bit of
No, it's okay. Don't worry about it.
What's your thoughts on the alternate identities that take place in Miami? So we've got the Cavemen coming up this Friday.
Yeah.
And we've got even more fun coming later.
Yeah, Cavemen this Friday, White Squirrels this time next month, Bootleggers tomorrow night, and every Thursday for college night. I love it. Okay. I think it's so fun. I think the guys enjoy getting, that different flash of jersey. We've seen guys wear, the different long sleeves and the different, elbow guards to go with the jerseys. I think it's super fun.
I had to bring it up since you brought up college night. The last college night that we had, we had can stands, 50 high.
So,
it was insane.
I got a video of one that was awesome, but not the one that we all are talking about. The one on the first base dugout. Mm-hmm. It fell down as I was walking over to get a video of it.
Yeah.
So I had to take a video of the sorry second place one that falls down 7 times.
Hey, I mean, I was talking to a barista today who went there last week, and he said he was coming out, and I said, "Hey, you can one up that," and he's like, "Oh, we're going to."
Oh my goodness!
I'm excited for
I'm like,
that.
all right,
Oh
there
my
we no,
goodness.
I really had a great time. That was my first experience at college night, and it's great to see some of the kids from Western and around the state come around because you know what? It's a good deal. It's a great time. Players play into it. Blake, who's our director of creative services, which I think he came on the show last week.
Yes.
Yes.
He does a great job playing into it. He puts the college commitments or colleges they played at on the Jumbotron. And I saw, Emilian played at Kentucky. There was a kick out of that. A few other colleges, you get the oohs and ahs from the people in the stands. I think it's really fun.
I love that part too.
Yeah,
I
man.
like that he added that in there. That's
Yep.
great. And Ryan McCoy at Louisville.
Yep.
Yes.
There was another.
Someone committed to Gonzaga but did not actually go there.
Yeah, Fluelling.
Fluelling,
went there.
yeah, that's it, yes.
Santana was committed to play at Miami. Didn't
Yes.
wind up going there. I mean, hey, these guys get drafted, top 2-3 rounds, get a lot of guaranteed money straight out of high school, and when they've got the talent and can fast track it, makes sense.
It does. It does.
All right, Cal, anything else you want to say, I guess, about this series specifically with Jersey Shore, what you're looking forward to this weekend?
Yeah, well, you guys hit on the 2 theme nets. We also got 9 innings of winning, which is going to be a lot of fun and sponsors on Saturday. And I'm a big nature guy, so we have the furry animal tales demonstrations on Sunday. So, you know what? I'm looking forward to just seeing everybody at the ballpark. Our last fireworks Friday was fantastic. You already mentioned college nights are a hoot for time, so I'm looking forward to seeing everyone at the ballpark.
All right. Sounds great.
All right. That is Cal with the Hot Rides. He's going to probably be back before too long.
Please.
We've got a long season to go.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Hey, look forward to having you or Blake or Riley back on in a couple of weeks. It'd be
All right,
great.
sweet. Thank you guys.
All right, that's Cal Friedman with the Bowling Green Hot Rods. We're going to take a quick break and get our next guests in here. Listen on the After Party, Facebook only, here on Sports Talk 104.93 WKCT. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right. We're good?
Hey, okay, we're ready.
All right. We're back here on Sports Talk, Talk 104.93 WKCT. The After Party, presented by Campbell Chevrolet, Hills Mattress and More, and Breen and Wilford Injury Lawyers. That was awesome with Cal Friedman of the Hot Rods. And now we're joined by Coach Brooks and the Warren East Lady Raiders softball squad. Coach, how you doing?
Doing great. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. I guess just to start, we got a full group in here, as you can see on your screens. Tell us who we got with you.
All right, we got our senior Avery Gidcumb and pitcher and catcher Autumn and Jordan Brooks, third baseman Kynleigh Barrick, second left field, we're figuring this out, Emerye Ratliff, outfield Ada Childress, and then sub Abigail Brooks.
Okay.
I had to ask from that point, Coach. You still trying to figure it out? You saying?
Absolutely.
What's going on, Coach?
Just losing those seniors like we did last year was a lot of spots and gaps in the outfield to get filled. Not the outfield, the whole defense to get filled in, and so a lot of opportunities. We're putting them out there in different positions and giving them chances. And some things are strong, offensively, or some things are stronger defensively. And then give or take a different game, certain situations, we're just trying to get the right rotation, the right setup that we're confident with, that we can. A lot goes into defense and where your girls are and how you pitch the game based on who's out there for you. So, yeah, we're working on that.
Hey, we just had Cameron Garman in with Glasgow Baseball talking about how competitive the 15th district in baseball is. It doesn't skip a beat in softball. Like, you can't afford to even have any sort of rebuilding go on at the start of a year, or else you feel like you're behind.
Exactly. Coming out of the 14th district, it was always strong too, especially with girls softball. And going right into the 15th, it's just as strong and competitive, and a lot of rivalries and challenges all around. Yeah.
So, players, just talk about how your season's going so far.
It's going good. We need to work through some situations and keep our head up and just keep working hard.
Yeah, it's just been a little rough in the beginning, but honestly, we're just getting through it, and our attitudes have been changed, and we really just need to keep a positive attitude throughout the season, and I think that's really just been helping us through it all.
Anybody else? Good? Okay, so district play is underway now. Tell me how it's going for you guys, because no games but these games really matter in the grand scheme of things.
In the 15 district, we definitely have some competitive yeah. Allen and Barron will be pretty tough, but we know the only way to beat them is that we all show up as a team and work together.
We've played both Allen and Barron and Glasgow, and we got Glasgow pretty good, but they can still come back and fight with us. We got close with Allen and Barron, so we came into the game confident, and we're leaving confident, knowing in district tournament we're going to be ready and we're going to have them, and we will get our get back.
I like that answer.
I do too. Coach, just talk about how the games early on has prepared your girls for district play, which I think the 15th from top to bottom is the toughest district in all of the region.
Right. So when I did the schedule, which we do the schedule about a year in advance, we scheduled a lot of those top-ranking teams. So when you look at the coaches poll of the top 25, top 50, our right out of the gate scrimmaging, we scrimmaged Davis County and Greenwood, and then we picked up and played Cumberland County, who's up there. We've played Greenwood again. We played South. We went down to the Bob Jones Classic over spring break and played some good teams down there, good competition. And then we have coming up in May, we have the Team Lauren that Davis County puts on and hosts, and that's always really strong teams. So I think, us pushing ourselves and playing those better teams and that better pitching and having the teams that can put the ball into play and, pressure you on defense is it's not going to hurt you or hurt the team. And like Kynleigh talked about, our attitude, sometimes, with girls especially, a loss is a loss, and it's hard to bounce back and overcome that loss because they just see it as a loss instead of seeing it as, hey, we were right there 5-0 on a scrimmage, or, with Barron, it was a one run game. The last time we played Allen County was a 1-run game. So we're staying in the ballpark, and in every game that we've played so far against those, offensively we've put the ball into play. It's always one more step or one more foot or something. Things would have been differently. So I put it out there and make them challenge with the more aggressive, higher ranking teams. I don't just want to go out there and waste time playing somebody that's not going to make us better.
Yeah.
Obviously, in a perfect world, you want to have a perfect record. You win it every night by about 50 runs. But do you feel like you're in the right direction? Like, you want to be playing your best softball when the tournaments roll around. Do you feel like you're kind of building up to that level?
Right. And we are. There's some things. When we started the season with defense, we had all these open opportunities, and so we've narrowed those down, and we've got them down to 2 or 3 positions, 2 or 3 spots that we're really honing in on who's going to step up, who's going to take that. And we've even a couple 7th graders so far have stepped up. Emerye, who's here, and then Adeline Hendrick have stepped up in the lineup, and they're getting hits and stuff that are crucial, and we need that bat power whenever they get in there, or just the speed. And coming from 7th graders, that's different. Yep.
Yeah.
Coach, from seeing some of your games, you still do the fundamentals. You lay down the bunts, and you're using your speed and hit and run and things like that and so forth too as well. So offensively, you got to feel like your girls are still executing and doing it pretty well.
Yes. You say the bunt thing. One of our last practices was solely on live pitch bunting because, when you look at our team, we're not the big and bulky girls that got a lot of power that are hitting all the home runs. We got a lot of speed on the team, and so you got to hone in on those fundamentals of, getting that bunt down, being aggressive on the bases, and doing the little things.
All right, for the players, tell me what's been something you're working on this year, specifically.
I think for me, it's, last year I played more in the outfield, and so this year I'm playing more in third base, and it's definitely just been working on my reaction time and just getting more used to just being quicker, honestly, because these girls, they hit it real hard at me at third, and yeah, hot corner, and I think that's just been what I'm trying to focus in on at practice, and definitely in those games that matter.
Mine would definitely be focused more on catching, just picking people off more and getting the runners that are still in bases.
I would say that I need to stay down on the ball at second and then just let field just mentally.
For me, it would be getting down the reaction time for left field and right field and seeing how it's coming off the bat. I've kind of struggled with that this year, but I think if we work on it enough, that we'll get back to it.
Anybody else? All right.
Well, for the players, take us behind the scenes. What is practice like with Coach Brooks?
Fun! We normally go into warm-ups, and then we'll throw, and then we'll do either outfield stuff. Normally we start with outfield stuff. And then while we're doing outfield stuff, defense will go ahead and start doing their little balls and stuff. And then ground balls. And then we'll go into infield, and then we'll do situations. And then normally we end with hitting.
She's always been very good about putting herself in our positions because she was in our positions before. So she knows how to not explode over one tiny mistake, and yeah.
Our practices are very focused. One practice will be very focused on hitting and break down every tee work. Then you go to soft toss behind the cage, and then you go to fast pitch. Very targeted and focused on one part of the game each practice. Defense is all defense. Situations, runner on first, second, third. You're going around and you're spending that time on every position.
Just like she said, we just work on the fundamentals in the game, and I feel like it's definitely made a really great impact on how we play, and it's just been really helpful to work on those little things so that we can make those big plays in the big moments.
For the sisters here, pitching and catching, what is that dynamic like? I mean, obviously, You probably feel like you're on the same page most of the time. Is there ever a time when you want to shake off your sister? You hate the pitch that she's called? Take me through that.
Well, it's not the pitch calling because mom's calling the pitch. You can't argue with the coach, but we definitely get on to each other, and we definitely can show it on the field when she doesn't hold a pitch right where it was going to be a strike if she just held it a little better, or she'll get mad if I accidentally put in the dirt and she thinks I did it on purpose. There's definitely argument times, but we know in the end, we both want it, so we're on the same page.
How cool is that? I mean, not a lot of people can say that they play high school sports with their sibling. Mm-hmm. Is there positives and negatives to that?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess one big positive thing is that you can go home and talk about anything you want and say, I'm struggling with something. I can go to her and be like, hey, I need you to fix this and do this. And there's conversation there. And it's not like I'm afraid to go talk to her. I can tell her what needs to be done.
You don't have to sugarcoat it.
Okay.
You directly tell them, and it's
tough love. I like that.
Well, I mean, Cole, you're similar too as well. You're a catcher, and and your brother Brevin pitches.
Yeah, I caught him 1 year.
Yeah,
after senior year.
So I mean, you can relate to what the Brooks sisters.
I loved that.
You can relate.
There also was a lot of times I was like, "You don't hit this spot. I hope Coach takes you out. Can't stand this." Yeah, it's fun to be their parent. How cool is that? I mean, you gotta kind of coach them the same as the others, or do you? I mean, you gotta give them a little harder.
Yeah, that's a two-way street right there. That at practices I fuss on them a little bit more, but when it's game time, girls, all athletes, they're mentally hard on themselves as it is. Mm-hmm. So when it's in game time and stuff, I might question Jordan. Was that pitch? Did that hit the corner? Did that hit the inside? Was that outside? Was it down the middle? Just sort of let me know, give me feedback on the pitchers on how their pitchers are working or where their pitchers are landing when they cross the plate, because I don't want to call that curveball if it's going right down the freaking middle of the plate every time. But also coaching my daughters, it's fun because they're so competitive, especially when they was little or smaller. They wanted to outdo each other all the time, so it pushed them and made them better. But no, when they take the field, I don't see them as I don't look at them as my daughters out there. I see them all of these girls on this team. We've coached them through 10U, 12U, all the way up, back in middle school too. It's just the relationships we have with them. We love them all. They're all like our kids out there. Yeah.
One last question for the Brooks. You go from practice, do you have to practice at home or do you get time off?
We get time off.
Okay.
The talk's a lot about softball, but we can.
Okay. At least you get some time out of practice. That's good.
Yeah.
Coach, just about your coaching career. How long have you been in coaching softball? Because it sounds like you've been coaching for quite a while.
Well, when I graduated Western from playing at Western, Coach Burking was there at Warren East, and I came back and started helping him and was assistant with Coach Burking until I got pregnant with these twins, and I said, it's not a good idea to be out there coaching, expecting to. So I took some time off, and then I came back and was under Coach McKinney there for, I feel like 4 years. Would have loved to had another year under Coach McKinney. He was a great coach to be under, and learning his coaching styles and techniques and different things. But so then when this is my third year as the actual varsity high school coach, and I'm doing middle school as well too.
Wow, wait, you doing middle school softball too as well?
Oh yeah.
So how do you balance that?
Well, middle school is in the fall.
Oh, okay.
For our region, our district area, which is in half of my team right now is the middle school team because they're playing up with me. Mm-hmm. So they just, I just work with them all year.
Okay.
How many middle schoolers are in the room?
2.
2? Oh, I want to hear from both of y'all. You get her for extra months than everybody else. How do you feel yourself grow as a player?
She'll say it to you. If you're doing something wrong, she'll fix it, that's for sure. And I like that about her. So,
Get up to the mic.
She definitely has taught us a lot of new and challenging things from middle school all the way up to high school, and how different the players and competitions they can be.
Well, Coach, I mean, with bringing middle schoolers up to varsity level, I mean, do you have to be, not rough, but you know what I'm saying, though? It's a learning curve, and this is their first year jumping from middle school to varsity. That's a big jump. So, do you got to, kind of gradually bring them along, or do you just coach them like you would a normal player, like a varsity player would?
That's a good question. Well, the truth about it, these middle school girls that we have now, we start young. We start with it. We have a 10U. There's actually an 8U travel team. Mm-hmm. But these girls started 10U travel ball together under me and my husband, Coach Brooks.
Okay.
And so we started there with those high expectations all along because, as a coach, you can look ahead at the numbers and who you have. So before last season even ended, I already knew I'm going to need some of these 7th graders to step up to fill in this role right here. And just watching them, especially Emerye, some of them have really matured and grown into their body and their strengths this year, and that helped them out a lot. As far as when they step in the box against these varsity pitchers, I don't see any very much difference in their ability. Now, sometimes you got to tell them to take a deep breath and just trust themselves because their confidence isn't there. They're, I'm sure they're still seeing themselves as, oh my gosh, I'm a 7th grader out here playing with the varsity girls. And they can't look at themselves like that because their abilities are just as strong and just as good. So I'm just trying to calm down the situation and not put any more pressure on them. There are some times when I'll see them step in the box and I can tell that they're too pressured. They're too worried about where they're going to hit. Is it a ball? Is it a strike? And so sometimes I'll take the bat out of their hands and be like, just, hey, put me a bunt down, move this runner. Something simple. Or you tell them some little things like, hey, focus on your step, how you're stepping and crossing over, because 2 of my 7th graders are slappers. So instead of thinking about the pitch or the situation, you make them think about a little thing like, focus on your feet or little things with your hands. And sort of it helps them calm down and, get out of the reality in that situation.
Okay.
How many of you all were in the dugout for region last year?
Except the middle schoolers, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
What was your takeaway? You go against South in that championship, pretty close game.
Yeah.
Get that experience deep into the region tournament. What do you bring back from that into this year?
Well, we bring a lot of confidence because, man, it was awesome playing, and we beat both 2 teams to get to that championship, and then holding South Warren to 2 runs, like the number 1 team in the state.
Yep.
And, that was just awesome. So, we were coming back ready to do it again. But it was also very sad and hard to lose 5 of our main seniors out there on the field with us. They also gave us a bunch of confidence while we were out there.
And filling in the holes that they left, you've talked about that's been a work in progress. Do you feel like you're almost to the point, though, where you've kind of got those spots back? Maybe not back, but where you might like them.
Right. So, Kynleigh, she just switched and moved spots. She took over that hot corner there where Addison Lee was, and she's doing a great job. She started off a little, hesitant on reacting to the balls, but she's really got that down now and making those plays on third. So, and now Kaylee Jones has stepped in there for Lydia Jones at shortstop. Lydia has a stronger arm. KJ has a stronger arm. And might be able to cover a little more ground, but she's still working on the fundamentals of staying down on that ball. Lydia, if the ball was hit to her, she's going to take care of it and do what needed to be done. So KJ's really strong right there, and she has a lot of potential coming out of that spot. And then we had another junior, Brooklyn. She's filled in for center field and is doing a good job out there. And then, we're working on the left and right field and second base right now. But with that, it's a lot of offensive that we lost. We lost our 1, 3, 4, 5 spots in our lineup. Our big bats, right in there. So we're going to build that back up too.
So, Coach, we are 3 weeks away from May 18th, the district tournament. So, what do you see your team to work on to be prepared for that one night where that game pretty much, can get you to region or your season's done?
Right. two of the biggest talks we've had lately is your two things you can't coach out there, and everybody knows you can't coach your attitude and your effort. And so the biggest thing is they have to bring that to every game, no matter who they're playing. And they got to be consistent with their emotions. Boys, I think, are a little more easier to keep their emotions in check. Girls are naturally a little more emotional, so their moods go up and down with the flow of the game, and it can't be like that. And one spot that's been strong and been steady is in the circle. We've played some really high competition, and I've told the team, I said, nobody wants to step in that circle and put on and face the pressure that Autumn and Tristan have been having to face right now. And they're doing a great job. Their demeanor, their level of emotion has been really good. And we just need everybody around them to stay with it. We need the dugout to pick them up, keep the energy level up. And two of our games, we've had it won almost to the 6th, going into the 7th inning, and it flips on a switch because of their momentum has outrun our momentum or the energy level. So we got to finish through the game, not just get ahead and be satisfied, but keep pushing for more when we do get ahead.
Now, where's the district tournament this year?
At home.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
That goes into my question then. How awesome is that? Obviously, you don't want to get too happy about it because you still got to win a game to get to region, but it's at home, better than anywhere else.
Yes. And you can go through your normal home routine warm-ups. We have our indoor facility with the turf and the cages and the machines and, all that. And, home base, all the fans will be there. So we're looking forward to having it at Warren East this year.
And for players, how you feel about that? The district tournament is on your home field, so it's protect your home, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be fun, I feel like. Also, it's just like we're comfortable there, and like we don't want anyone to like beat us at our home field, so we're gonna get this.
Now you're the lone senior, right?
Yeah.
Take me through your career, how much fun it's been playing at Warren East.
My freshman year, I was good. Yeah, I mean, I started in JV, didn't play varsity. My sophomore year, I got hurt. My left and right shoulder, I tore them. Had my surgery my sophomore year, right?
Yep.
My sophomore year, had my surgery, and then my junior year was kind of recovery year. And this year, I'm back fully. But still, you got to be careful because you don't want to re-tear and stuff. So I had 2 shoulder surgeries.
Wow. What was that rehab like?
Yeah.
Very extensive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you move them at all?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, good.
So how emotional will your senior night be coming up? I'm sure it's going to be probably very emotional, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure there'll be a lot of tears shed, but, all out of joy and just ready to start the new chapter in my life. And, I'm not going to play college softball. And so I'm leaving it all behind.
What is your plan?
I want to be a flight medic.
Ooh. Oh, what school are you going to?
I'm going to do sky nursing.
Oh, okay. Fast tracking. Okay. All right.
That's pretty dang cool.
That is really cool. Man.
I guess one last question is for you guys. Obviously, it feels like you guys are a close-knit group. That makes probably building as a team, growing as a team, going through these games a lot easier, having that chemistry.
I think it definitely has because we've been working together. Some of us have been together since like 8U. So I think working together since then has really just brought us together and had a bond as a team so that we can work together. And of course, losing our seniors last year, it's definitely changed us up a little bit with our bond. But I think this year we've definitely been coming together, and hopefully we'll come together a lot more to defeat some teams.
Being close with everybody on the team really has a big impact on the field because there isn't really that much drama that we have going on, so that's always a good thing to have on a team.
We have learned that we don't play good unless we're having fun. Like, I think we were losing one game, and I think we ended up coming back and winning. But like the whole time, we kept the energy up. We kept each other laughing. Like we were having fun, even though we took it seriously. We cannot play good unless we like let our mind go and let like just do the game, just have fun with each other.
You say animal noises?
What now? Wait. What now?
Kynleigh's known for mooing and barking in the dugout, because it's funny, and it makes us like, be like, okay, we're this is fun, so if you hear us mooing and barking, it's probably Kynleigh Barrick.
Can we hear an example of that?
I don't know about that one.
I mean, just give us a moo or a bark. Just give us something.
Oh, Ada's a barker. Kynleigh's the mooer.
Okay. Can we
That's
hear?
Ada.
Can we hear it?
Oh, Ada.
Can we
Is
hear
a
it?
rally going in here?
Yeah.
No? I don't think you're going to hear it, Brian.
Ada's very good at goat noises.
Goat noises.
And we can't hear it? Come on now.
Come on, Ada, you
You
say
got
it.
goat noise.
If I do this, you have to move.
Okay, I will, I promise.
No, you go first, though.
Moo!
We got a farm up in here.
Oh my God.
That's pretty good.
She's really good at that.
Well, no wonder the farmer quit was at Warnies that one day that I was out there. No wonder. I see what now.
So is there any talks of bringing new noises into the dugout? Any new animals? Like,
We did talk about bringing an actual goat in the dugout.
Someone has a goat?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ada does.
okay.
Bring him.
Learn from the best.
It's like the opposite of the Cubs curse. Didn't they have the curse of the goat?
Yeah. Bring the goat.
goat.
Bring it. Bring the goat. District tournament. Yeah, bring the goat district tournament. Bring it.
Why not?
Why not?
Warren County Public Schools has a no pet policy.
I've seen dogs. Come on now.
reason.
There's been dogs at ballpark, Coach. There has been dogs at ballpark.
Against the rules.
Yeah, I don't know about a goat.
You can't hide the goat that well. Yeah. I guess a big question for you guys. Obviously, everybody's talking about South Warren this year. You guys seem to have a lot more confidence because you've had that experience facing the exact same group last year. But it feels like you guys have the confidence no matter who you face when you get to region, you're ready to go. It don't matter who it is. Is that true? Yeah?
Where's the question?
Tell me through that confidence.
Do you have
confidence.
confidence?
I have confidence in our team. I think as a team, our bond is really just through the Lord, and I think that gives us confidence because He's there with us. And I always say, like, no matter if we win or lose, we've already won. So, yeah, I just want to share that.
Like that answer.
Amen.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of the things earlier that I think Autumn said was the situations at practice, putting them in those different situations with runners on base or, just the expectation of what needs to happen during that next play. We try to mock that during practice so that when it comes game time, they have that confidence to go at it. And I think playing these harder teams that are, higher ranked through the season too is definitely going to help build their confidence. But, they're a fun group. When it comes time to they're a fun group to coach. Yep.
Outstanding.
All right. Anything else you guys want to add before we get off here?
Thank y'all for having us today.
Yeah.
Any more noises?
Yeah. Moo. There you go.
Brian, that wasn't as good.
No, I tried.
Oh, he tried. All right, that's the Warren East Lady Raiders softball team. Catch them in 15th District play, the 15th District tournament featuring goats in a couple of weeks. Mm-hmm. And fingers crossed, we'll see them back at region.
Yes, indeed.
Absolutely.
Next week, Cole gets to see his favorite softball player, Kynleigh Scott. Next week on the show.
I'll have a lot of questions.
Yep. And we'll also have the Wildcats baseball team too as well, and then also on the after party, the Greenwood Gators boys volleyball team.
Oh,
will be joining us.
Okay.
So that's going to be fun too as well. So it's going to be great.
All right. Well, you've been listening here on the After Party on Facebook only. Thanks for listening along. This is Talk 104.93 WKCT.